Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to the Peak Tales. I'm your host, Elena Hart. Today, we're incredibly excited to launch a brand new series, Two Cities, Two Tales. In each episode, we'll embark on a journey together, uncovering the past, the intriguing moments, and the must-see or no points of two distinct cities from around the globe. Get ready to explore the hidden gems, the untold stories, and the fascinating legends that breathe life into these urban landscapes. Our inaugural journey takes us deep into the heart of Europe and then northwards, first to Prague for its time-stopping secret, and then to Edinburgh for a truly heartwarming tale of unwavering loyalty. Our first stop is a city straight out of a fairy tale, Prague. Divided by the Vltava River with its majestic bridges, ancient castle, and enchanting cobblestone streets, Prague truly captivates anyone who visits. But as you arrive at the old town square, Staro Městské na Městě, your eyes will inevitably be drawn to one magnificent structure, the Astronomical Clock Tower. Every hour, crowds gather in anticipation, waiting for that special moment. But what kind of legend, what kind of drama lies behind the 600-year-old story of this clock? The Prague Astronomical Clock, or Orloj, as it's locally known, doesn't just tell time. It's a medieval engineering marvel. It shows the positions of the sun and moon in the sky, the zodiac constellations, the old Bohemian time, sunrise, sunset, all within an incredibly complex mechanism. But what truly makes it legendary is the tragic tale told about its creation. Legend has it that in the 14th century, the Prague City Council commissioned a clock unlike any other. The task was given to Master Hanuš, one of the most talented clockmakers of his time. Hanuš poured all his knowledge, skill, and soul into his work, toiling for months, and eventually completed this magnificent timepiece. The clock was so captivating, so unique, that the city council members were seized by fear. What if Master Hanuš were to create an even better one for another city? What if Prague's unique masterpiece were overshadowed? Consumed by this selfishness and fear, they made a terrible decision. To prevent Master Hanuš from ever replicating his masterpiece, they attacked him one night and blinded him. Can you imagine? An artist condemned to darkness because of the very beauty he created? But the story doesn't end there. According to the legend, the blinded Master Hanuš, on his deathbed, wanted to feel his clock one last time, to touch it. He was carried up to the tower by one of his assistants. With trembling hands, he reached into the complex mechanism of the clock and deliberately broke it, so thoroughly that legend says the clock remained unrepaired for years. This was Master Hanuš's form of revenge on those who condemned him to such a horrific fate. Of course, this is the legendary part. Historical records indicate that the clock was first built in 1410 by Mikolaus of Kardin and Jan Schindel, while Master Hanuš was most likely a later master who maintained and improved the clock. But this blinded master legend is so powerful that it has become an inseparable part of Prague and its clock for centuries. Perhaps people believe that such an extraordinary work could only gain meaning through such a tragic story. Who knows? Even today, hundreds of people gather in front of the Orloj every hour to watch the procession of the 12 apostles and the striking of the bell by the skeleton figure. If you ever find yourself in Prague, join that crowd. And remember not only the mechanical workings of the clock, but also this haunting and mysterious legend behind it. It's a story whispering from beyond time itself. From Prague's mechanical genius and its dark legend, we now set off towards a completely different kind of story, a heartwarming tale of unwavering loyalty. Our route takes us to Scotland's historic capital, Edinburgh. Edinburgh, a city known for its magnificent castle, its historic Royal Mile, its sometimes misty atmosphere, but also its incredibly cozy pubs. But today, I won't be telling you about Edinburgh Castle. Instead, I'll take you to an old graveyard in the heart of the city, Greyfriars Kirkyard. Because this is where the story of one of the world's most famous and loyal dogs, Greyfriars Bobby, unfolds. How far can a dog's love truly go? Bobby's story seems to be the answer to that very question. It all began in the 1850s with a night watchman named John Gray. To accompany him on his cold Edinburgh patrols, John acquired a small, fluffy Skye Terrier named Bobby. The two quickly became inseparable friends. Wherever John went, Bobby followed. However, sadly, John Gray passed away from tuberculosis in 1858 and was buried in Greyfriars Kirkyard. After the funeral, everyone dispersed, except for one, Bobby. The little dog refused to leave his master's grave. The cemetery caretakers tried repeatedly to shoo him away, but Bobby always returned. Rain, mud, snow, storm, he didn't care. For 14 long years, until his own death, he waited every day by his master's grave. Imagine that! 14 years! That's almost an entire dog's life. Over time, Bobby became a beloved figure among the people of Edinburgh. James Brown, the owner of a restaurant near the graveyard, allowed Bobby to come in and eat his meal every day when the 1 o'clock gun was sounded. The townspeople rallied around him. Even the Lord Provost at the time, Sir William Chambers, gifted Bobby a special collar inscribed with Greyfriars Bobby from the Lord Provost, 1867, licensed, and paid his license tax out of his own pocket to prevent Bobby from being treated as a stray. Bobby was now officially the dog of Edinburgh. Bobby passed away in 1872, at the age of 16, most likely very close to his master's grave. Normally, animals are forbidden from being buried in the consecrated ground of the graveyard, but the love of the Edinburgh people was so immense that an exception was made for Bobby, and he was buried just inside the cemetery gates, close to his master's resting place. Just 1 year after his death, a life-sized bronze statue of Bobby and a drinking fountain, financed by Baroness Burdett-Coates, were erected just outside the graveyard. Even today, visitors to Edinburgh pose for photos in front of this adorable statue on Candlemaker Row, and many even rub his nose for good luck, which is why his nose is a bit worn and shiny. Of course, some historians present different views regarding the absolute historical accuracy of the story. Perhaps Bobby was simply a stray dog fed in the graveyard, or perhaps the tale became slightly exaggerated over time. But what does that truly change? Beyond its literal reality, Greyfriars Bobby's story has become a universal symbol of pure love, devotion, and endless loyalty. It continues to live on as a war monument amidst the cold stones of Edinburgh. And so, dear listeners, from Prague's mechanical marvel and its dark legend to Edinburgh's heartwarming tale of a loyal friend, we've completed our journey on the pilot episode of Two Cities, Two Tales right here on the Peak Tales. We truly hope these two distinct stories have inspired you to think about the hidden corners and fascinating histories within your own cities. Thank you so much for joining us on this inaugural episode. If you enjoyed these stories, please remember to subscribe to the Peak Tales YouTube channel for more captivating urban chronicles. Your support truly helps us bring these adventures to life. You can also follow us on Instagram at The Peak Tales to see episode photos, behind-the-scenes content, and our latest updates. Now, for our next episode, which city's story will we unveil? Join us as we prepare for an intercontinental journey. First, to a legendary city where the unique wisdom of ancient manuscripts whisper through time, and then we'll travel through the very veins of a lush, wild region teeming with vibrant life. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep exploring, keep listening, and take care.